Hello everyone, this is Siddharthan. If you are new to this channel is all about machine learning and artificial intelligence stuff. So I'm planning to make a complete hands-on machine learning course with Python in YouTube. So I will be posting the videos in that order. So there will be 3 videos posted every week. So out of this, 2 videos will be on the basic concepts in machine learning, which will be posted on Monday and Wednesday evening. And one video will be hands-on machine learning project in Python, so that video will be posted on Friday. So it will be posted on Friday evening. Okay, so the beginners who are just starting to learn machine learning can watch these basic videos. So I will be posting these videos in an order which you have to learn. Okay, and the advanced learners who have quite some experience can also watch that project video. Okay, so the beginners can also watch the project videos. There is no restrictions in it, so it's completely up to you. Okay, so currently we are discussing about the module machine learning basics. Okay, so once we complete this module, so we will jump into the Python basics required for machine learning. So in this module already we have discussed what is the difference between AI, ML and DL, so artificial intelligence, machine learning and deep learning. So that was our first video, and in the second video we have discussed what are the types of machine learning, and in the third video we have discussed what is meant by supervised learning and what are the types of unsupervised learning. So if you haven't watched those videos, do check out them. Now let's discuss about what is meant by unsupervised learning and what are the different types of unsupervised learning tasks. Okay, so unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, the machine learning algorithms learn from unlabeled data. So this is the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning, where in supervised learning we use labeled data. So we will tell our machine learning model that this data represents this item like that, and we won't say those things in unsupervised learning. So we will train our model with unlabeled data. Okay, so let's try to understand this with an example. So we have several images of apples and mangoes, and so once we feed this data to our machine learning model, so what happens is it can group the data, so group these images based on similar patterns. So it can group the apples in one group and it can group the mangoes in the second group. Okay, so what happens here is we are not telling the model that these images represents apples and these images represents mangoes. So we are not giving that label, whereas in supervised learning we will tell the machine that these images represents apple. Okay, so that's the difference between supervised and unsupervised learning. So what happens is it automatically finds the pattern between those images and it groups the similar items in one group and another items in another group. Okay, so this is the idea behind unsupervised learning. So now let's try to see what are the different types of unsupervised learning. And actually, one more thing. So why we are calling this as unsupervised learning is that in supervised learning, we are giving supervision to our machine. Okay, so there is like a supervisor who gives the machine the labels. Okay, but we are not giving any labels or supervision here. Hence, this is called as unsupervised learning. So, what are the types of unsupervised learning? There are two types of unsupervised learning. So, first task is clustering, and the another task in unsupervised learning is association. Okay. So, what is meant by clustering and association then? So, clustering is an unsupervised learning task which involves grouping the similar data points. So, this is the example which we have discussed right now, which is the apple and mango example, where we group the similar data points. And in association, supervised learning task, we just try to find some important relationship between data points. Okay, so in a big data set we try to find which data points are associated, so which are similar. Okay, so let's try to understand these two tasks in more detail. First of all, clustering. Okay, so let's say that we get a project from a mobile network company. So they want us to suggest some ways on how they can increase their user base and how they can increase their revenue. Okay, so they are giving us their user data, and what we find is, so we are feeding it to a clustering algorithm, so unsupervised learning algorithm, and this model is clustering the data into two clusters. So okay, so this is one possibility where people who are having high call duration may have very less internet usage, and people who are having high internet usage may have high call duration. Okay, so this is a possibility, and now what we can suggest that network company is that they can give uh, offers on internet usage for those people who are having high call duration and less internet usage. Okay, and we can give offers on call durations for people who are having less internet usage and vice versa. By this, people tend to use both these features more. Okay, so this is one way by which they can increase their revenue. by where people can opt for both the plans. So this is one clustering example where the machine learning algorithm can cluster the data based on the user experience, based on the user data. Okay, now let's try to understand about association. So let's consider there is a supermarket and there are several customers who are buying these products specifically. So a customer buys bread, milk, fruits and wheat. So there is another kind of customers who are buying bread, milk, rice and butter. Okay. So the important association between all these customers is that if someone buys bread, that customer obviously is buying milk. Okay, so this is one of the important relationship we have found, and this can be used really well. And when a customer buys bread, we can suggest them that they can buy milk. So the third customer is most probably is going to buy milk also. Okay, so this is one of the method where we can use association. So I would like to give you another interesting example in this case. So we are all used to the famous OTT platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime. So those OTT platforms use this kind of algorithms to suggest us movies. Okay, so let's say that I am watching Avengers movie. Okay, so now the Netflix can suggest me movies regarding the superhero movies, because someone who have already watched Avengers may have watched other superhero movies. So it associates those user behaviors and it can suggest me movies watched by that user. So this is one of the interesting applications of unsupervised learning. So these are some interesting examples. Now let's see what are some important unsupervised learning algorithms. So apart from these five algorithms, there are also several unsupervised learning algorithms, but these five are very important algorithms. So we have k-means clustering, hierarchical clustering, which are examples of clustering examples. And there is another algorithm called as principal component analysis, which is used to reduce the dimensions of our data. Let's say, for example, we have a data set where it contains 1,000 rows and 100 columns. So we want to reduce this dimension. Okay, so the columns represent the features. So we can use this principal component analysis algorithm to find which columns or which features are very important for our application. Okay, so that is where principal component analysis is used, and it is a type of an unsupervised learning algorithms where we won't give the machine learning algorithm any labels. Okay, and there are other two algorithms, a priori and eclat. So these two algorithms are example of association task. Okay, so these are some of the important unsupervised learning algorithms. So that's it for this video. I hope you have understood all the topics I have covered in this video. So in the next video, I will be explaining you about deep learning and what are the applications of deep learning. Okay, so that video will be posted this Wednesday. So stay tuned. So thanks for watching.